Bang bang. Hey guys, Token Vaping. So today's juice review is going to be another flavor in a line that I have in a rotation that I'm trying to do. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been trying to shorten the amount of time each video is to make them a little bit easier to watch. However, the downside to that is it takes me a bit longer to get through whatever flavors I'm able to acquire from a specific company. So yes, the videos are shorter and so they're easier to watch, so you can get through them quicker, but it does tend to spread out how long it takes me to actually get through the different companies' lines. So it does tend to stretch out a bit more time. I am working on other options to try to speed that up as well, but just bear with me, we'll get through this and go from there. So today's flavor is from a company that is located actually a few hours, well, a little more than a few hours from me, but they are located in Spokane, Washington. I met them at an expo down in Oregon, and just the reps that I got a chance to meet, great guys. Don't let the name of this company fool you, though. However, the name of the company is called Average Joe's Juice. I've had the opportunity to talk to a few of the guys at the expo. I've done one video on them already. There is nothing average about the flavor that I tried. If you have a chance to check out that video, these guys put a lot of attention and dedication into the quality of the flavor. They're not worried about how much nicotine you can get out of it. They're not worried about all the flashy bells and whistles and super expensive looking labels, as you can tell. I mean, literally, and not to sound cliche, it's basically an average looking label. There's nothing fancy about it. What counts is what's inside this frosted glass bottle. These guys have spent a lot of time with what you and I would consider the average Joe vapor, the everyday vapor, the regulars that come into vape shops that just enjoy vaping, that are looking for that quality flavor that's just going to stay with them, that they're going to continue to enjoy time and time again. Getting a lot of feedback, talking to people from all walks of life and everything else. That's where they shine. That is their focus. That is what they are trying to reach out to. It's not a matter of how much they can charge per bottle, so they only have to sell a few and they make a lot of money. They don't try to rip people off. They're not trying to make a fortune off of this. Their main goal is to try to get as many people to enjoy vaping as much as possible. That's where they're coming from. So hats off to them for that. This is a 30 ml bottle. You can order this off their website, which is Average Joe's Juice. It's AVGJOES juice.com. Have a full flavor profile, have a bit of a backstory about them as well, have a contact point, email, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I believe, and you can reach out to them as email as well. So definitely check them out. But it is Average Joe's, and this flavor is Churro. So this is basically supposed to be the cinnamon pastry churro with a slight hit of vanilla ice cream. They are offered in a 30, a 60, and a 120 ml bottle, and they are offered in a 0, 3, 6, and 12, I believe. And that, 0, 3, and 6. I do apologize. My apologies. A 0, 3, and 6. Again, not worried about how much nicotine they can push out of their juices. It's more about the flavors. So as you can see, it is a frosted glass bottle. Name of the flavor, Churros. Average Joe's Juice. It is a 3-nic, 30 ml bottle. Their website is down in here. Does have all the warning labels and ingredients that they need listed in here as well, with a barcode, and it is safety sealed. So this is a first vape, first review. And as always, I always keep my coils freshly wicked for these reviews with my Texas Tough Cotton. I really enjoy it. It works really well for me. It's easy for me to handle, and it holds flavor really well without tasting really cottony. So on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open, and we are going to get to vaping. Now, as you all know, I'm not a huge cinnamon fan. If it's in moderation or it's not super strong, it works well for me, but I'm not a fan of the really strong cinnamon punch in the face. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so on the on the inhale, it's not super strong. I mean, you definitely smell the cinnamon, absolutely. There is no mistaking that, but it is not an overly sweet cinnamon smell, and you do kind of smell a bit of a creaminess to that, which I'm going to associate to the ice cream aspect of this flavor. Obviously, it's not real ice cream, but that's the part that it's meant to emulate. So we're going to go ahead and test this out, see how this goes, and we'll go from there. Now, as always, you know, I try to help as much as I can, you know, to get different flavors out there to people, let people know about different companies and different options and stuff like that. But no matter how I feel about a line, a flavor, a company, whatever, you know, it's my opinion. Everybody has one, everybody's entitled to their own. I'm not trying to impose it on anybody, I'm not trying to force it on anybody. I'm just trying to give you a bit more information to go off of so that you can decide if it's something you want to try, if it's something you want to look out for, if it's something that you want to request at a shop, things like that. So, you know, just bear that in mind. I'm just trying to help as much as I can without making it seem like I'm trying to impose on anybody. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cap this up. And as always, I am vaping at 75 watts. And this is Churros from Average Joe's Juice. Nice dense clouds, that's pretty good. Okay, so that was the first pre-burn. So I'm going to drip a little bit more just to get a little bit better of a flavor profile. Now, as I said, the cotton I use, doesn't have a strong cottony taste, but as with most cotton, you know, it's going to have a slight hit. So this is just to kind of clear it out a bit more and to get a little bit better flavor out of this. Okay, so flavor-wise, there's definitely cinnamon in it. I mean, there is no mistaking the cinnamon in this flavor. For sure, if you know anything about churros, you're definitely going to get that flavor out of this. Now, the thing about this is, it does have a slight hit to this as far as for the cinnamon. It is not overpowering, and it's not like you just stuck your tongue into, you know, a cup of cinnamon. But it does have a more realistic cinnamon flavor to that. Most of the time, or at least a lot of the other cinnamon flavors that I've tried, a lot of it ends up coming off having that cinnamon sugar taste. Like when you take cinnamon, mix it in with sugar, and then you sprinkle that on something. I get that more so than not. And I do know on some churros that I have tried, you know, that's what they put on there is the cinnamon sugar mix. This has a little bit more of a real cinnamon taste, as far as, I guess you could say, more pure cinnamon flavor. But with the creaminess of the ice cream, that smooth undertone, it actually blends in a lot better than you would think. Having the more cinnamon hit to it, you figure would be a bit more overpowering. It's just enough that it blends well with the creaminess, emulating the ice cream aspect of this. So when they say it's a cinnamon coated churro with ice cream, I guess you could say this is more a realistic flavor of that profile instead of being more of like a sugary type aspect. It is really smooth. There is no throat hit on this. I don't get any at all, even on the first hit that I had. Yeah, none. Even though, you know, the clouds are dense, the flavor is pretty solid. You get a slight, I will say, you get a slight tinge on the back of my tongue, at least I do, and that's more of the cinnamon. It's not a throat hit. But like I said, the smoothness of the ice cream, the creaminess undertone definitely blends in with that. So no throat hit, smooth vape, solid flavors. So overall, it is a really good example of a quality e-juice that, you know, is more focused on actual vaping than it is anything else. So definitely check them out. I mean, again, 2 for 2, you know, average Joe's e-juice. Again, nothing average about these guys. These are some of the more solid flavors that I've had the opportunity to try. So average Joe's, thank you guys so very much. It was a pleasure and a complete honor to have had the chance to meet you guys. I hope I have the opportunity again sometime. Definitely check them out, averagejoesejuice.com. Yeah, averagejoesejuice.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email. Definitely check them out. I mean, if it's a rock solid line so far that I've had the opportunity to try. But there's nothing fancy or special about them, and that's what makes them unique, believe it or not. So definitely give them a shout out, definitely give them a try, definitely give them a look into. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you've given me and taking the time to watch my videos. Anything that I can do, anything at all, to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you. That is the only reason why I do this. So definitely let me know if there's anything that I can do to help out, whether it's a video you want to see, a line that you have a question about, even a product. You know, I don't have access to a gazillion devices, but I do try to keep up to date on everything, and I do talk to other vapors who have devices that I may not be able to get to, so I can find out for you if you are interested. But as always, never forget and always remember, at the end of the day, vape on, vape strong, and have a good night.